Let him know, let him know, let him know. The Cleveland Cavaliers return to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse Monday night after a 3-game road trip to take on the Los Angeles Clippers. In the MAC tournament, along with heroes, it's also up to your leaders to make big plays throughout the game. And who better to do that than 6th-year senior Jason Carter? We are almost in Cleveland. Literally, we're in Columbus, which also means we're getting closer to the MAC tournament where Ohio will look to repeat as MAC champions. Both teams struggled immensely shooting the ball in the second half. But unfortunately for Ohio, it was Kent State that knocked down more shots when it needed to down the stretch. It was green and white versus scarlet and gray yesterday in Athens as the Ohio softball team took on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, it should be called Convo North, as the Ohio Bobcats felt right at home in the MAC tournament as green and white filled nearly every corner of the arena Thursday night when they took on the Ball State Cardinals.
We've been saying all season long that we have the best fans in the MAC, and tonight just proved with another point that it's true.
Yeah, it's awesome. We love Bobcat Nation. We know they always travel well.
The Bobcats built off of this energy. In the first half, it was all about Miles Brown. Miles was becoming that unlikely hero we talked about in the preview in this game as he knocked down 3 triples in the first half.
He's a great complimentary guy. He's really worked hard on the shot. His percentage wasn't great last year. I think this year is a lot better. And he's a great young man. He's a guy you know exactly what you're going to get every single day, practice-wise, game-wise.
Mark Sears did his thing and balled on Ball State to keep the Bobcats up 1 at the break. In the MAC tournament, along with heroes, it's also up to your leaders to make big plays throughout the game. And who better to do that than 6th-year senior Jason Carter? And my goodness, did Jason Carter have a game of games. First off, Carter had 2 of the biggest plays of the night, both of them huge dunks that brought everyone out of their seats, especially the bench. Next, he had 20 points on the night, and he was getting most of these in the paint on MAC Freshman of the Year Peyton Sparks. Finally, he had 18 rebounds. You heard me right, 18 rebounds, and 6 of them were offensive rebounds. He played like a true center Thursday, and that's not even his natural position.
You know, for us to win, these guys tell me all the time, like, I got to rebound, and, it's just sometimes the ball bounces your way too. You got to get a little lucky, but you got to crash hard every time, and it was a big part of what we did tonight.
After all of that, Ohio ends their 3-game losing streak with a 77-67 win over the Cards and moves on to play Kent State on Friday in the MAC semifinals. Tori and Emily Walker of the Ohio softball team are sisters. They both graduated from Jonathan Alder High School. Both were standouts on their high school softball team. But because of their 4-year age difference, they've never got the chance to play together until now.
This is the first time, yeah. When I was a senior, she was in 8th grade, so we just missed it by a year. So this is the first time we've gotten to play together.
After Tori Walker finished her 2021 season at Winthrop, she was looking for a place to play her final year of college. And when the opportunity arose to play with her sister at OU, she realized that Athens was the place to be.
Oh, it was a huge part. Then I knew I would have a friend already automatically. I knew we would get along. Well, we weren't sure actually how we would get along, but it's gone better than I expected. So having her here definitely was the #1 influence on my decision coming here.
With this being their first and possibly only time playing together on a softball team, Tori and Emily want to make sure that it's a memorable time together. So they've made some ways to support each other whenever they're playing, while reminding each other of their bond as sisters.
Well, we have our bracelets that we both wear that say Bobby's for Bobby, since we're the Bobcats, and we had a cat. He died. His name was Bobby. But we have these bracelets that we always wear, and that's
for him.
Yeah.
And like if there's like a situation, she's up to bat, I'll always be like, Bobby's for Bobby, like remember, for him.
Yeah, if we're ever on the bases together, we look at each other and we'll say sister for sister, because that was an old saying that we had back in high school all through that time.
Both of them agree that getting to play alongside one another has been better than they ever expected and is a dream for their family as they get to watch both of them play at the same time. As sisters, Tori and Emily pretty much agree on everything. Well, except their nose rings.
No, she copied me.
No, you're just older and you were able to get one before me.
That's true.
She likes piercings.
I do.
So she already had one.
Yeah, she copied me.
No.
For NewsWatch, I'm Joe Collins reporting. The story outside the box score was the attendance record set by Ohio. more than 1,000 people were on hand to watch the game. Head coach Kenzie Rourke says the atmosphere was a nice change from last year.
You know, they feed off of our fans, and you know, it was fun in between innings, and it's a great feeling coming out here and seeing that many fans in the stands. Makes you want to play hard and play tough.
Not too far away, Ohio football's draft-eligible players showed out for NFL scouts at the team's pro day at Walter Fieldhouse on Tuesday. NFL hopefuls including DeMontre Tuggle, Cam Odom, Will Evans, and Jaron Hampton went through drills so scouts get an up-close look at their abilities. Tuggle was the standout performer of the day with an impressive 4.5 seconds on the 40-yard dash and a vertical jump of 39.5 inches. Other events included cone drills and the bench press. The NFL draft will last from 3 days from April 28th to the 30th in Las Vegas, Nevada. Ohio football season is right around the corner, and a pair of new coaches for the Bobcats have a better handle on their roles. New defensive coordinator Spence Nowinski and safeties coach John Hauser got the chance to work with the defense throughout spring practice. Defense has been a focal point for head coach Tim Albin since the Bobcats finished in the bottom half of the MAC in nearly every statistical category last season. Albin says he's happy with how the former rival Miami coaches have adjusted to the Bobcats' defensive scheme. Ohio baseball fans are polar opposites with the MLB season entering its third full week. The Guardians fan base is feeling good as Cleveland finished a 3-game sweep of the Chicago White Sox today to take sole possession of first place in the AL Central. American League Player of the Week Jose Ramirez extended his hitting streak to 12 games to start the season. Josh Naylor, who missed most of last season with a broken ankle, continues to be a big part of the Guardians' offense with 2 RBIs on the day. Closer Emmanuel Clase shut the door, and the Guardians came away with a 6-3 victory over their AL Central rival. The Cincinnati Reds fan base is not doing great. The Reds were shut out by the San Diego Padres 6-0 last night for their 9th straight loss. They are last in the MLB with a record of 2-11, and they've only held a lead for 18 pitches during the streak. The Reds have a much-needed off day today before hosting the St. Louis Cardinals tomorrow.